Hi, my name is Julio Rivera. I'm an activist, journalist, adventurer, veteran, television presenter, and businessman. I've covered many of the major historical events going on around the world over the past several years, and after watching regime changes, conflict, and historic elections globally, I've come to the conclusion that the most underreported crisis in the world today can be defined in only one word: malware. That's why I've decided to dedicate my time to educating people everywhere and exposing the dangers that exist on the devices that we've become tethered to and depend on for so many reasons in our day-to-day life. Welcome to This Week in Malware. On This Week in Malware, we'll be covering the Djvu ransomware family continues to grow with BBYY and BBII Ransomware, and the simage4.pubmatic.com pop-up message may be associated with Adware, browser hijackers, and PUPs. The Djvu ransomware family strikes again, and this time it's BBYY Ransomware that we warn you about. Like other associated variants, it locks files and demands a ransom fee to restore file access. If you have the habit of downloading free or pirated software distributed via torrent sites or fake crack sites, you may end up installing malware like BBYY Ransomware. BBYY Ransomware locks various file types including photos, music, documents, and videos. During the file encryption, BBYY Ransomware adds the .BBYY extension to affected files and leaves a ransom note on the user's desktop and in every folder that has encrypted files. Unfortunately, an online decryption tool that would unlock the files encrypted by BBYY Ransomware is not available at the moment, and the only reliable way to recover infected files is to restore them from a backup. You could attempt to use alternative data recovery options. However, there's no guarantee that alternative data recovery tools will unlock all the encrypted files. Once downloaded and installed, BBYY Ransomware employs the AES encryption algorithm to lock up important files. Afterward, it demands a ransom in exchange for the decryption key. The decryption key costs $980, but the cybercriminals will offer a 50% discount if the victim contacts them within the first 72 hours after infection. The hackers could be contacted at support@bestyourmail.ch and support@sys@airmail.cc. However, we discourage establishing contact as there is no guarantee that they will unlock your files after payment. So ransomware victims are discouraged from paying the ransom or even establishing communication with the cybercriminals. How do I deal with the BBYY ransomware infection? To protect yourself from BBYY ransomware, you should invest in a reputable malware remediation tool to regularly scan for elements associated with this troublesome ransomware infection. Additionally, you should also back up your files on an external hard drive or cloud storage. BBII Ransomware is another infection that is part of the Djvu ransomware family. Like its predecessors, it locks files and demands a ransom fee to restore file access. If you tend to install applications from misleading and/or potentially unreliable third-party sites, you may end up unknowingly installing threats like BBII ransomware on your computer. Ransomware like BBII ransomware is often distributed via malicious spam emails, fake websites laced with malware, and torrent websites offering cracked software. BBII ransomware can encrypt multiple file types including photos, music, documents, and videos. BBII ransomware upon file encryption appends the .BBII extension to encrypted files and leaves a ransom note named README.txt on the user's desktop and in every folder containing affected files. Unfortunately, the BBII ransomware victims do not have access to a free decryption tool at this moment. The best way to get the encrypted files back is to restore them from a backup. If you do not have a file backup, search on the web for a dependable alternative data recovery service that might restore some of the encrypted files. However, please note that alternative data recovery tools may not work. Once access to the victim's system is achieved, BBII Ransomware encrypts important files and then demands a ransom in exchange for the decryption key. The decryption cost is $980, but the hackers offer a 50% discount should contact be established within the first 72 hours after infection. Although the hackers behind BBII Ransomware promise to provide a decryptor for payment, it is most likely that you may pay and never receive the decryption tool with the key. Thus, it is strongly recommended that you refrain from paying these cybercriminals. How do I deal with a BBII ransomware attack? To protect yourself from a BBII ransomware attack, you should have a reputable malware remediation tool installed on your computer. That way, you can constantly scan for elements associated with this troublesome ransomware infection as well as other malware. To protect your files from encryption, make sure to back them up on a cloud drive or an external storage. Has the simage4.pubmatic.com pop-up message been randomly showing up on your screen? You may have browser hijackers, adware, or potentially unwanted programs or PUPs installed on your computer. Pubmatic messages can appear through various domains, including ads.pubmatic.com and image8.pubmatic.com, where the subdomain wording changes. Through pop-up messages like simage4.pubmatic.com may lead to ads with unvetted third-party content. Pubmatic is a digital advertising company that allows app developers and publishers to maximize their advertising businesses. Adware and browser hijackers are developed to generate ad-driven revenue for their owners. To do that, these programs take control of your web browser and redirect users to sites like simage4.pubmatic.com, which may contain commercial ads, banners, pop-ups, and other promotional materials. Ad-supported sites similar to simage4.pubmatic.com are pulpysearch.com, kublikar.com, pushnot.com, and many others. Browser hijackers, adware, or potentially unwanted programs can perform unwanted modifications to your browser in their efforts to display various advertisements and unsolicited page directs. The mere presence of such programs may expose your computer to additional online threats and security issues. Since simage4.pubmatic.com may be associated with PUPs, adware, and browser hijackers, the ways it may affect your browser differ. Usually, these programs hijack and change default homepage, search engine, and new tab settings. You may also notice an increase in ads when you browse the web. Some web pages you visit often may not be displayed properly, and you could be offered fake software updates that would only install more unwanted programs. Also, browser hijackers, adware, and PUPs may collect your web browsing data, your IP address, and geolocation for online marketing purposes. How do I remove adware, browser hijackers, and PUPs from my computer? We strongly recommend removing adware, browser hijackers, and PUPs that may cause redirects to sites like simage4.pubmatic.com. You should scan for and remove adware, browser hijackers, and PUPs from your computer by using a reputable malware remediation tool. To prevent the installation of potentially unwanted programs in the future, you should practice good web surfing habits like avoiding questionable freeware sites such as torrent sites. You know, as I think about the dangers that exist online, not unlike the subjects we learned about in this video, I know I feel a lot better having an anti-malware program like SpyHunter installed in my PC, providing me the protection I need against malware, and I think you should too. SpyHunter 5's strongest features are found in its malware repair capabilities. SpyHunter 5's remediation algorithms dive deep into your system to remove and address complex malware issues affecting PCs today. While many anti-malware products only flag and quarantine malware and ultimately fail to fully remediate the root problem, the SpyHunter 5 remediation algorithm detects, quarantines, and programmatically repairs malware problems on your PC. SpyHunter 5 is a powerful PC utility that repairs malware threats in many cases where other competing anti-malware and antivirus programs may fail. To detect and remove malware for free, go to enigmasoftware.com and download SpyHunter today. Thanks for watching.